Right, as you can see, I'm in the doghouse. Now all of us, somewhere in our lives, can honestly put our hands on our heart and say that we have been in the doghouse many, many times for many reasons. That we've hurt somebody, we've said something nasty to them, or we've just been really downright moody with them, and we end up in the doghouse. And then we have to sit there and think, oh God, I really hurt that person. And you have a good old think about it, because you're now in the doghouse for your behaviour. And then you think, I must say sorry, I must make this up. So your conscience starts playing with you, your feelings and emotions start running wild with you, and then you go off and you think, right, time to say my apologies. So in the normal scenario, whoever you've hurt or upset and done wrong to, for whatever your reasons are, you go and you give your apologies, and then if they're on the same level as you, they will then say, oh, that's fine, it's okay, I understand. And they'll be kissing, hugging, make up, and that's it. All over and done with. That's if you're on the same level. And you think, I've just learnt something there. And because they're on the same level as you, they love you for who you are and they forgive you. And everything's over and done with. And that's how it should be. We all end up in the doghouse throughout our lives by making mistakes and hurting other people's feelings. But on the other side of the coin, where it really, really gets upsetting, is when you're put in the doghouse for no reason of your own and you are solely innocent. And you've got somebody that's had a bad day. It could be a member of family, it could be your loved one, it could be your spouse, it could be your husband, it could be your boyfriend, it could be your girlfriend, etc, etc. It could be somebody who's really, really close to you and you're living with, and you can't get away from that situation. And because they've had a bad day, they come home, or they've had an argument with somebody else, they come home, they haven't vented out their feelings with whoever has made them angry. They come home and they take it out on you, and you're plain innocent, just trying to get on with your day and keeping your spirit up, and in they come, rah 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 rah, in your face, and they scream and they shout at you and they hurl abuse at you and they call you all the names under the sun, and you're thinking, whoa, whoa, hang on, where's this come from? I haven't done anything. Hold on a minute, hold on a minute. You try to defend yourself and say, look, you know, well, what's happening here? What have I done? But, of course, they're overpowering you with their voice and their anger, and you slowly recoil and you take whatever they're saying to you, because you know their character is far more powerful, because you've experienced that kind of person doing this to you on many, many occasions. And sadly, you end up in the doghouse, and you so should not be there. And then they've done all their screaming, their shouting, hurling their abuse at you, calling you names, ripping your character to pieces, and you're in the doghouse, and you're left there, and you feel, you feel tearful, you may cry, you may feel angry, you may feel bitter, you may feel a million emotions, but what you're feeling is hurt. That's your main thing, is absolute hurt, because you know you're innocent, you know you did not deserve that outburst and some of the names that are hurled at you, because somebody else has just had a problem and taken it out on you and made it your problem now, and you're the one to blame, you're the one that caused all of this. And you're thinking, no, I'm so innocent, this is so unfair. And you sit there with all your emotions and you feel like everything's caving in, you feel suffocated, you feel your spirit is slowly being like pulled away from you, from somebody else. Why? Because they've got a chip on their shoulder. And you have to put that down to this person is abusing you. is emotionally and mentally abusing you because they have a problem. Now, normally when you find this happening to you, and it happens more than 1, 2, 3 times, and it goes on a repeated pattern, you are now in a trap of abuse. And bit by bit, this person will just fling at you from nowhere. You could just be making a cup of tea and you've done something wrong. And the fear starts bubbling out on you. You think, oh, I must not upset this person, I must not upset this person because I know I'm going to end up in the doghouse. And you feel suffocated. You feel your spirit being drained away from you. And normally when people do this to you, which is tragic, it's because 1, they are a coward. 2, they are a bully. 3, they have manipulativeness about them, and they will manipulate their way upon you because they see you as a weaker person. When in fact they're the weak person because they didn't vent out their anger at the person or the people that they should have vented it out on. And then normally these kind of people do it to really nice people, people with soft souls, sensitive souls, because they know they can get away with it. Or they do it to you because you are special and they're jealous of you and they want to control you and they want to think, I'm going to destroy this person's spirit. Now we all came into this world innocent and we have to learn by our thoughts and our ways and that. But we came into the world with one gift that was given to us, and that was free will. Now nobody on this planet should try to take our free will away from us. No way must they do that. But they do. And bit by bit, you recoil, you don't become who you are, you're not you anymore. You're just this fearful bundle of nerves and you just live your life. I mustn't upset this person, I mustn't upset this person, I'm going to end up in the doghouse, I'm going to get silent treatment. Let's hope for God it doesn't set into actual physical abuse. But mental and emotional abuse is just as painful and damaging as physical abuse. Now if this is happening to you out there and it's happening time and time again, you are now a victim of somebody else's problem and hang-ups and chips on their shoulders, and they're out to make sure that you feel absolutely worthless, absolutely useless. You're not pretty, you're not handsome, you're not nothing. You'll do exactly what I tell you to do. Or else. How many times have we heard that? Or else. And we all know, if you're in that position, or else, what that really means. And the emotions and the torment that will have to carry in you each time you end up in the doghouse. So my little message here is, if we end up in the doghouse, and as I said before, we can all put our hands on our heart and we all make mistakes and we upset people, but we know if that we're on the same level as that person we've hurt, we will go and apologise, we kiss and make up and hug and smile and laugh about it, and it's all over with, and you know you're with and around the right people. But you end up, we're on the other side of the coin, in the doghouse, with these controlling people, trying to take your spirit away from you, trying to own you, trying to push you down all the time, make you feel absolutely worthless. You start ending up thinking, well, what do I do? I'm constantly saying sorry, 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 for something that you haven't even done. I mean, how dare they? How dare they do this to you? This is not on. Please, my message here is, if this is happening to you on a regular basis, talk to somebody you trust. Seek help, because if you don't, your spirit and free will be taken away from you, and you will not become the person you're supposed to be and grow into the beautiful character that the spirits above gave you that free will to be who you're supposed to be. because you will be at the command of somebody else and their problems and their controllingness upon you. So on that note, before I say goodbye, my little beauties, on all of this subject, which is only a tip of the subject, I'm going to take myself out of the doghouse because I'm innocent and I haven't done anything to deserve to be stuck here in the doghouse. So out I come of the doghouse, and I'm just going to say, hey, I'm innocent, not you, not nobody. Do I give permission to treat me in the way that you are treating me? And I will now take back the control of my life and my free spirit and allow myself to grow and be whom I'm supposed to be. Because this person or these people that are doing this to me or you are not on your wavelength, and you truly should try your best to get away from that situation and start living your life, letting your hair down and start being you and enjoying who you are and learning who you are. And on that note, as heavy as it sounds, let's go out the doghouse, being in the doghouse, with a woo, bang. Stay safe out there, and I hope I've given you something to think about, just a little. This topic is really deep and can go on forever. Feedback would be most appreciated, how you felt on anything that I've said here. But for now, all of you, please stay safe out there.